Okay, right now we're going to take a quick break and go to a spokesman for Kyle Rittenhouse. Let's listen in.
Things that were being reported about him were not factual or true ever since the 25th of August of last year. He is a caring, he's an empathetic, and he's a civic-minded young man. And so I think you're going to see some good things out of Kyle coming up, because I was telling them he's very pragmatic about what has happened over the past year, right? So he's got some things to say, and I think you're going to be even more surprised by who Kyle actually is as more people get to know him better.
How was Kyle feeling before the verdict and then after the verdict?
Relieved. I mean, absolutely relieved, because this has been a long road. It's been a long road. But look, he is innocent and he can live a free life now. But there are no winners in this. This case has divided so many different parts of America that had nothing to do with the fact whether or not he defended himself when being attacked. That's what this case has always been about. Did he defend himself when he was attacked?
What did your team make of 4 days of deliberations?
We took it as this jury was being very cerebral and they understood the gravity of this decision. I mean, you can't overlook just how serious this case was and is to this nation. Right now, at this time, with all these politics going, like, you can't overlook that. So I believe that they wanted to make sure that this was the right decision. And so, personally, I appreciated that. And I never felt one way or the other that it was going on for 2 or 3 or 4 days. That just told me that they were being thoughtful. So,
how do we repair the division in this community and the country that are so apparent to you that you just discussed?
Well, I think that's the question, right? I think that's the question for everybody. Yeah. But the problem is the question is never asked. Like what you just said, that's never what people are talking about. Nobody asks each other, how do we repair the divisions in this country? It just keeps going.
Will it take some time for him to get back to a normal life?
I think so.
Will there be a security concern for a while?
Of course.
What's next for him?
Of course, college.
Do you know where?
At Arizona State University. I mean, think about it. This case became so politically charged that when Kyle was on the stand and he said, I go to Arizona State University, I want to study nursing, and then people call up Arizona University and then they say, oh, he's lying on this. No, the happiest I've ever seen Kyle in the past year and 3 months, besides when he got his puppy Milo, was when he got his Arizona State student ID in the mail. Right, that was the happiest I've ever seen him. So it's things like that. It's that kind of vitriolic nonsense, right? That I think as a nation we are at a inflection point, and that stuff needs to be addressed here in the future.
Would you say he's looking for a fresh start, like a do-over with what happened?
By Fred.
Well,
he is almost in effect. He is having a fresh start. Like everything that has been said about him, everything that's been reported about him, that has just not been true. I mean, that's going to linger. All of that nonsense, that excuse me, but that garbage that was reported about who he is, right? That he's a white supremacist, that he's a militia member, that he's all this stuff. That's going to follow him around, and everybody found out that was all not. So right? This is definitely going to be a new normal for him, and but I think you're going to see some amazing things out of young Kyle here in the next few years.
But how,
Is there anything you think Kyle wishes he would have done differently on that night?
I don't think Kyle wanted to be dragged through the mud over the past year and a half. So done differently in the sense of, does he wish he would have left? Well, he tried. He tried to leave. It's on video, right? That was not reported about. Like, I'm not vitriol.
And you're listening
I'm
to
not
David
angry.
Hancock, a spokesperson
I'm
for
very
Kyle
relieved
Rittenhouse,
at this
pointing out that
decision,
he
finally,
believes the division in
right?
this country is a problem, and that they knew that this trial would be symbolic, and he believed that the jury was being thorough when they took their time to make a decision.